Alien is property of 20th Century Fox. This is a fan-made movie review. Please support the official release. Hey everybody, DJ here, and for episode 18, I believe it is, for Horror Fest 2011, we're reviewing, and this is in dispute by the way, and you can argue with it all you want, we're reviewing, in my opinion, the sci-fi horror film, Alien. This is the original. I'm not reviewing the sequel. That was an action science fiction film. This is horror. So, enough said. Let's get right into it. Okay, so Alien is, in my opinion, one of the greatest science fiction films of all time. It's not the greatest, it's one of the greatest. And I'm sorry about my voice. I have a terrible cold at the moment, and my nose is killing me. So I gotta do this anyway, but whatever. Alright, so the film Alien is about a group of 6 astronauts, Ripley, Parker, Lambert, Dallas, Ash, and Kane. They're in a spaceship called the Nostromo, which is a deep space oil refinery, essentially, for mineral ore. I don't know exactly why they had to go into space to get that, but whatever. And, as you know, they're going along, they receive a distress signal from an unsurveyed planet called LV-426, which becomes much bigger in the sequel. Sorry about that. And, they go down to investigate. And, while they're out there, they discover a spaceship called the Derelict. And, they go into it, and, they encounter a space jockey. And then, Kane gets attacked by some... Well, first they go down to this chamber, and they find tons of eggs, and one of them opens up to Kane, the guy I mentioned, and, a thing, which is called a face hugger, which resembles a spider with a tail, leaps onto his face and attaches itself to him. And then they get him back to the ship, and a couple hours later it comes off and it just dies. He seems fine, and then, an hour or so later he starts having chest pains, and whoop-de-frickin-do, the worst heart attack ever. His chest explodes out, and what do you know? Out of it comes an alien called a chest burster. And that chest burster escapes, and it grows up to be a drone alien, which begins killing off the crew, and they have to kill it now. And for my review of the film, this film is just unbelievably awesome. It's now the sequels became action films essentially, but this film started out as a science fiction horror film, and that was actually, the film did it pretty well. And if anyone's seen the sequel, then you know what I want to give if anyone has seen the sequel, then you know what I'm going to give this movie. Because it's not perfect, but it's great. So I got to give this a 4.9 out of 5 stars. I just can't bring myself to give it 5 stars. I can give the sequel very easily 5 stars. I just can't bring myself to give this one solid 5 stars. But it delivers. It knows what it takes a little while to get into it, because it takes about like half an hour to truly for the film to start. But like once it starts, it grabs you and it doesn't let go. But this film it works. And that's really all I have to say about Alien. I think this is a terrific film. If you haven't seen this, go out and see it. It's a little bit more graphic than most classic horror films, but if you haven't seen it, go out and see it. It's great. And, that's really all I had to say about it. Rate, comment, share, subscribe. It's all I really got to say. Hopefully tomorrow I'll feel better for the next review. I feel like shit right now. So, peace out, everybody.